I am super excited today because I am bringing you my first makeup tutorial with my new nose. I hope you guys can recognize me. I hope I don't look too different. I am really loving it. Thank you guys so much for all of your kind words and your love and your support. It really means a lot to me because it was a long time coming to get this nose job, and I held it off for so long because I was so scared to disappoint people around me. So far, I do not regret it at all. I don't know why I waited so long. I wish I've done it sooner. But anyway, I have this beautiful makeup look that I wanted to show you guys today, all created with e.l.f. Cosmetics. You guys know from day one, when I started my YouTube channel last year, I would always rave about e.l.f. products because e.l.f. is the freaking best. It's high quality makeup on a budget price, and their brand and their quality just gets better and better, and their products are just expanding so much. Like, I'm constantly blown away by how amazing their makeup is. A few of these products that I'm going to be using today, I actually had the opportunity to pick out from the e.l.f. website myself and try out, which is so nice of them to allow me to do, and it's like really cool thing that happened because you guys know I love e.l.f. so much. But the rest of these products, like most of these products, I purchased with my own money. I already had in my makeup collection because you guys know I freaking love e.l.f. with my whole heart and soul. That was really cool of them. Obviously I could have went out and bought these products myself because they're super affordable, but I did it because it was cool and it was a brand that like I just really loved. Let me stop rambling. Grab your makeup or grab your snack, or you know, sit back, relax, and let's do our makeup. I am starting with my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This is my favorite primer, like not just my favorite primer from e.l.f., but my favorite primer. There's so much hype around this primer, and rightfully so, because it is amazing. It's about 11 days since my surgery day for my nose. It's only been 3 days since I've taken my cast off, so it feels like really tight here on the nostrils, and it feels really tight like right here where it's like swollen. But so far guys, I'm so happy with it. Everyone needs this primer in their makeup collection. You definitely need to try it. It's really good. It's super hydrating, and it just like gives your face a like perfect canvas to start applying your makeup. I am going to go in with the e.l.f. Flawless Finish foundation. I have mine in the color Natural. Is that the color? Yeah, I have mine in the color Natural. And I am going to actually be using a beauty blender sponge today. If you guys follow my tutorials, I always put my makeup on with my fingers. Since I do have a very sensitive face right now, I'm just going to be using my beauty blender to apply my makeup. I really love this foundation. It's also one of those products that I feel like everyone needs to try out. I really love this foundation. It gives you a nice like finish. It's buildable. Like, you could build up the coverage on this foundation. It looks really natural on, and it wears really well throughout the day, and it has like that perfect consistency that I really like in a foundation. Like, it's not too dry, it's not too wet. So my foundation is a bit lighter than my skin right now because obviously I do have a little bit of a tan, but don't you worry, we're gonna fix that a little later. I am going to be going in with 2 of their foundations. So this is the e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer, and I have this in the color Light Sand, and this is way too light for me. This is just their hydrating concealer. I have this in medium sand, so one is too light for me and one is too dark for me, so I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm just going to mix them into my face. We're just going to dot it in the places that I need concealer or brightening. I really love both of these concealers. I feel like the hydrating one is definitely a lot better for me, for what I like. I like a more like natural, you know, softer satiny finish. So I definitely like the hydrating one a lot better. Definitely worth a try with this concealer. It's really awesome. I'm just going to go ahead and blend out these two concealers. They are blending out like a dream. I love the coverage that it's giving me. Sorry, I have to squeeze my nose. I feel like, I don't know, new nose problems. I love the coverage that it's giving me. Sometimes I feel like the e.l.f. like 16-hour camo concealer is a bit drying for me, so I really like that mixing it with the hydrating concealer really like just makes a perfect mixture of concealer on my face and blends it out so much nicer. I am looking so ghostly right now. Funny thing, well, it's not really funny. Oh, I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. pressed powder. I have this in the color Fair Light. It looks just like this. You guys see me use this before. I'm just going to set everything into my skin. The cool thing about my nose surgery is that I didn't even bruise. Like, I didn't notice any bruising under my eyes or anything like that, which I thought was really cool. But I feel like maybe I didn't bruise because like they didn't have to break anything in my nose. They were really just adding like this awesome bone right here. And you know how I told you guys like it's not my bone, they ended up using like someone else's cartilage. Like, I thank that person. They have the most beautiful cartilage for me. I feel like maybe if you are going to get a nose job and if they do have to like break bones and all that stuff, it would be a lot more painful. Like, a lot of you guys have asked me like, did it hurt? Did it hurt? And I honestly didn't feel any pain. I don't know if my throat was just hurting so much that I didn't feel the pain in my nose, but I honestly did not feel pain in my nose whatsoever. I mean, the first 2 days I did take the pain meds because I was so scared of feeling the pain, but like after like by day 3 I wasn't taking any pains. I didn't take Tylenol, I didn't take anything. I was perfectly fine. It was just my throat. So, but my throat was in excruciating pain, so I don't know, maybe I was just feeling that pain and it just like nothing else I could feel. I'm going to be using their Instant Brow Lift Pencil. I have this in the color Deep Brown. This is kind of a new product that I am trying from them. It's okay. I think this brow product is a pretty standard eyebrow pencil. It's not the worst. It's not the best, but it works. And just to give you guys like an idea, when you put it on your hand, it does work pretty well. It wipes off like a little bit, but for the most part it does stay on, which is what I look for when I am doing my eyebrows. e.l.f. also has like a slim brow pencil that I really like, and I feel like it's a dupe for like the Anastasia Brow Wiz. Not like a perfect dupe as far as formula, but pretty stinking close to the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I'll link that brow pencil down below too in case you guys are interested in trying that out. I'm going to go in with the other side and we're just going to brush it out. I always color in my brows way darker than I want them, and then I go back and I brush them out. And then I just kind of clean it up a little bit if you need to. After you get your nose done, obviously you have to take antibiotics to make sure that you don't get any like infections or anything like after your surgery. I had a week's worth of antibiotics when I went to get my cast removal, which was like, you know, a week after surgery. So I was like completely done with my antibiotic. The surgeon was like, okay, I'm going to put you on just a few more days of the antibiotics, and I was like, all right, fine, you know, cool. I can take a few more days, because the reason why I hate the antibiotics is because it makes me nauseous. Like, I especially get nauseous if I don't eat before I take my antibiotics, and that's like a huge thing. I know I'm supposed to be eating, and then duh, it's obvious you have to eat. So I take one in the morning, and then I take one at night before I go to sleep. I think it was probably the first day after I took off my cast. I was like, I need to hit the ground running. I have so many things to do. So I didn't eat breakfast that day. And so noon I would take my antibiotics, and I was like, oh dang, I didn't eat yet, whatever. So I ended up taking my antibiotics because it was time to take them. I was moving around furniture, maybe like 20 minutes later or something like that. So by the way, I'm going in with my e.l.f. contour palette. This is the color light to medium, and I'm just going to take this color right here, which you guys clearly know that I really like. So I'm just gonna take this and contour with it. But anyway, so what was I saying? Oh yeah. So about like 20 minutes later, I started feeling nauseous. So I lay down. I like grabbed a banana and like ate it, because that was like the closest thing that I could find. Usually the nausea would just go away after I lay down, and then all of a sudden I just felt and I ran to the bathroom and I freaking threw up violently. That is probably like TMI, but it was like the worst. I hate throwing up. Like, throwing up is one of my least favorite activities to do. I mean, I would assume people wouldn't like throwing up, obviously, but I'm just gonna brush a little bit of this just to darken out my skin tone, because it looks really, really bright right now on camera. So yeah, that happened. So today I am filming this before I take my meds. I'm gonna film this, and then I'm going to eat, and then I'm gonna take my antibiotics, and I should be done with it by tomorrow night. So I'm super excited about that. It's so nice, like, having this bridge right here. I've just always wanted it. Why didn't I do this sooner? So yeah, I'm just gonna put some bronzer under my brow and in this area on the side of my nose right here. What I've been dying to do since I've had my new nose, I'm gonna take some of this highlight and I'm gonna just put that in the middle. And I'm gonna cover my birthmark. Like, this thing right here, it's not really pink right now. Sometimes it's more pink, but a lot of you guys are like, girl, when are you getting rid of that pimple on your nose? You've had that pimple forever. And it's not a pimple, it's actually a birthmark that looks like a pimple. So I basically have a forever pimple on my nose, which is, it is what it is. It's been there forever. This is the e.l.f. Primer Infused Blush. I got mine in the color Always Punchy, and it just looks like this pretty pink color. I have been loving blushes lately, and I've never been a blush person, but I don't know, I just became this blush person out of nowhere, and now I can't stop wearing blush. So I just kind of put the blush in this area. I kind of blush my lips. I don't know if that's weird. Like, I go like this and then I blush it, and then I blush a little bit on my forehead down to the tip of my nose. That's just what I do, and then just, you know, just a little bit here and there. But yeah, I really like this blush. I feel like it's so pretty. It gives a nice pretty color. It's a nice formula. It's not chalky at all. It comes on very natural, like a flush pink. Ooh, I like this. I'm assuming this blush is going to stay into place because it is primer infused, so it's like a fancy blush. So for primer, I'm going to be using this one. This is the e.l.f. Pearl eyeshadow primer. I've never used this before, so I'm excited to try this one. Ooh, look at it. It comes out so white, which is good. A lot of times, like if you have a white eyeshadow primer and you want to use like very bold colors and make sure all the colors pop with the eyeshadows that you're applying that day, a primer like this that's really bright is really good for that. But for me, I stick to my neutral colors. I'm not a huge, like, you know, I'm not big on playing with crazy colors on my eyes. There's like little chunks of glitter. So because there's little chunks of glitter in here, I think I'm going to be using like maybe like a shimmery shadow with this primer instead of like a matte shadow, because it adds shimmer anyways. I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. gel liner with my little e.l.f. small smudge brush. This is my favorite eyeliner. I feel like it gives me the most precise, like deep eyeliner line that I like. And I'm just going to dab that into my lash line. And then on the edge, I'm just going to pull it out into like a little wing. And I'm just going to connect it. Okay. And I usually go from the middle outwards, and then I'll go back and I'll go from like the front to the middle. And I put like the leftover eyeliner down here on my waterline. I'm just going to do the same thing with the other eye. Now that we have our eyeliner on, I've already told you guys in like a few other videos, I think, but I have really been loving the e.l.f. bite-sized shadows. They come in different colors, and this formula pigment is just amazing on these little bad boys. For the sake of it being fall, I am going to be using their pumpkin pie palette. I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. eyeshadow C brush, and I'm going to take this bronzy color on the edge here. Probably just do one color today, but just do like a nice blend. And I'm going to use that same color and put that underneath just to bring the look together. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other eye. And guys, don't worry, I'm going to blend this out. I just want to get this color on here first. I'm going to take the same blush brush that I use to put on my blush. I'm not going to put any more product on here, but I'm just going to like kind of squeeze this, and I'm going to blend out the shadow. And I know this is really weird, but I don't know, it works. A little bit on the bottom. Voila, that's my trick. I'm going to be putting some mascara on my bottom lashes. If you don't have false lashes on, feel free to put the mascara on the top of your lashes as well. The last finish for this look. So this is the e.l.f. sheer stick. I have mine in the color Golden Pear, which is perfect for fall. I really like this because it's kind of like a mixture of like a lipstick and a lip balm. So it's moisturizing, but it still packs color. It is just so pretty. Like, look at that. Oh. It is just so pretty. I can just keep putting this on. It's so moisturizing. This is the look that I have created today. This is more of like a fall, everyday fall makeup look, I guess, but it's kind of like the makeup look I do every day most of the time. My makeup palette is pretty much a fall palette all year, but I absolutely love all of these products that I use today. I'm definitely going to link everything down below for you guys so you can check it out. Check out freaking e.l.f. It is the best darn makeup line. It gives you that high quality makeup without that price, and you can just create such beautiful looks with it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you have not subscribed. Let's give this video a big thumbs up. Leave a comment if you would like. I hope you guys have a wonderful, fabulous day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.